About 15 minutes ago, this story was posted on the Chicago Tribune's website. We have news about a Bears stadium. Headline, Chicago Bears shifting their stadium focus to Arlington Heights. Guys, you look stunned. The crowd here at the Cubby Bears stunned that it's now being officially reported that the Bears are shifting their focus to a new stadium in Arlington Heights.
The very minute they bought that CDI property, Churchill Downs property, the very moment they did that, the very moment they committed to tearing it down, is the minute they said this is where we're building. Everything else was just a smokescreen, unless they were, in essence, given such a financial incentive package to stay downtown.
Yeah.
Unless that was going to happen, and it's not. It's not going to happen. There's no other choice but for them to go up there, period.
So the article says this on the Tribune's website. The Chicago Bears are shifting their focus of a new stadium in Arlington Heights, a project that would depend on state legislator allowing for negotiating financial of a large-scale development project. And the Bears released a statement. Over the last few months, we have made significant progress with the leaders in Arlington Heights and look forward to continually to work with state and local leaders on making a transformative economic development project in the region a reality. A statement from the team to the Tribune on Friday.
Don't say. This could have been this. We could be a year into this process.
Yeah,
like we could be.
Shovels could be in the ground.
Shovels could. Dude, the hole could be dug.
Remember, though, there's a balance, and I understand that the further you go, the more construction costs can be.
Mm-hmm.
The longer you wait, the more construction costs can be. They're on the hook till 2033. So at some point, there's a financial tipping point that they're going to reach where it makes sense to do this at this point, and then it doesn't make economic sense after that. So they're going to get up to that point, and that's when they're going to break ground and make things happen. 2033 is when the final year of the lease. So I imagine they would be in that building either in 2030 is when they'd start playing.
Well, remember the story there was a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, that Kevin Warren had started to talk to the city about how they weren't getting everything that was promised to them in the contract. And basically people were taking it as a way for the Bears to look at breaking their lease with the city, saying that they weren't getting maintenance done from the city on the field and all that kind of stuff. And you could look at that.
Breach a contract.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if you're right. If they don't play the entire lease until 2033, they probably hope to be in there by 2030, 2031.
It's the same thing the Tennessee Titans did.
Yep.
It's the same thing they all do. They start crying about, oh, well, we wanted this, and you said no, and now that's a breach of contract.
Well, because think about it this weekend, right? This week, this is a perfect example. 3 nights of Beyonce. How much are the Bears getting?
Nothing.
Zero.
Nothing.
$0.
It's not their stadium.
$0. You had a 3-hour rain delay where people were buying drinks and food all night. How much are the Bears getting of that? $0.
Nothing.
The article on the Tribune also says, and this is probably the next stage of what we'll have to follow before shovels get in the ground. It says that it would be dependent on reaching an agreement with local taxing bodies over property taxes, infrastructure funding, and other financial aspects. So now, as they shift their focus away from the lakefront, which was Kevin Warren's mission, his flag was planted on the lakefront. Remember, Jurk? He told us about children having bathrooms in the park.
Man, love cranes.
People were going to be in the park having class, enjoying the outdoors with cranes and bathrooms.
14 cranes north of Indianapolis yesterday. You should have seen them working.
Oh, I'm sure.
Unbelievable.
Did you take a picture?
No, but Kevin Warren should come down here. That's the first thing I thought in my own mind. But yeah, we heard all that.
Yes.
We heard the nonsense. Kids can leave class and they can cross Lakeshore Drive and then they can go over there. It'll take them 45 minutes to get there and 45 minutes to walk back. Who needs that hour and a half to utilize for education nowadays? Nobody.
Nobody.
The dumbest ideas and thoughts in the world. were presented with that plan.
Mhm.
Fortunately, now I think everybody realizes it's full steam ahead.
Yeah, and
Full steam ahead
it's-
up in Arlington Heights.
it's been obvious for a long time. The article also points out that this would bruise the city's ego and be a political hit for Mayor Brandon Johnson, as he seemed to be working very hard to try and keep the Bears in Chicago.
I don't think this
And
would have saved him.
I
don't
Yeah,
think. I don't
I
think
think-
keeping the Bears would have saved him.
I think
at this point.
you and Jurko can host a side podcast on politics after the show, but I agree with
Yeah.
that assessment.
And I'm not going to talk about his mayoral stuff in his campaign or anything. I'm just saying it's fait accompli is what I
Yeah,
thought it was.
Yeah.
they are
Yeah.
going to Arlington Heights.
Yeah.
And this is the latest piece to confirm it, because it was about a month ago that we had the confirmation that the Bears were still, quote, focused on the lakefront.
Yeah.
And now, team statement saying that that's not the case anymore. The focus is Arlington Heights. They will build in Arlington Heights. And now the question will be, will this stadium be completed by 2030, 31? When will we have a completed stadium? And I think it is something to point out to Bears fans. That means you are getting your, quote, paradise. You're getting all of that infrastructure around the stadium that is there dedicated to being a Chicago Bears fan. You don't have to worry about sandwiching that on the lakefront with that LSD and the water there in the harbor. It's not
You
going to
get
happen.
parking. You get
All right,
tailgating.
You get parking, you get a team shop, you get all that stuff.
And as far as politics and the mayors of the city of Chicago, this guy here,
Johnson,
the lady before,
Lightfoot,
Ari
Emanuel.
Gold, Ari Emanuel, not Ari Gold, Ari Emanuel,
his brother,
yeah, Ram. Before that, Mayor Daley.
Daley.
Is that who it was? Mayor
Yeah.
Daley? Bad before Daley. Jane
You might
Byrne,
get Rom again. So
Jane
you never
Byrne,
know.
bad. Michael Bolandic, bad. Mayor Harold Washington, bad.
All bad?
Our mayors they're all bad.
it's like our quarterback play.
They're bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where mayors go to die.
Right. I mean, no, bad. You go back to Daley, who sold the parking and who sold the Skyway.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing for quick cash? For money now? What are you doing? So it's not unique to one individual. Okay. There's poor decisions that have been made over the course of the last 50 years that have cost the city of Chicago its once great tradition
Yes.
of the city that works. We used to be the city that works.
But
Yes.
not talking about politics.
Now we're the
Right.
city that
Right.
puts bike lanes into
But-
the streets
Right. But the
to
point,
cause traffic.
exactly. But the point is that it's not unique to just one individual.
Yes.
It's just all of them